Well, the league is already wrapped up and it's time for us to play the final 2 games of the season and say goodbye to the Northern Premier League Premier Division. So coming up on today's episode, it is Morpeth Town at home and Darlington away in our final 2 games at this level. And the team to face Morpeth is coming up in just a moment. Okay, here is the lineup, and it is a lineup we've used for the last few games. It is Dawson in goal, back four of Fisher, White, Davis and Abdul Salem. McMahon Brown behind Agumang and Carr in midfield. Burns on the left, Pert on the right and Poulter up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant wants me to say we've been on a good run lately. Go out there and impress me. We have indeed. I'll agree with him. We'll point the finger. Go with that. And let's get out there and see if we can start today's episode with a win. So, as always, first 10 minutes, we'll just see how things go. We'll react if we need to. As you can see, Morpeth down in 12th place in the league with only just half the number of points that we've got. But it is Morpeth on the attack first of all, and the header goes just over Dawson's crossbar. Highlight comes to an end, so I think we need to demand more. Not sure we need to go attacking just yet. But there is one issue of concern, and that is that Abdul Salem is already on a yellow card. Fisher's throw-in finds White. White plays it back to the goalkeeper Dawson. Finds Davis. Into Pert, who's dropped deep. Finds Davis. Pert again, this time goes forward. Tries to lay it in for Poulter, but he's overhit it. Reece Thompson holds on to it for Morpeth, pumps it downfield. White brings it under control but gives it straight to Steels. Steels with the shot and it's over the bar and out for a goal kick. Highlight comes to an end. And so far not the best opening 25 minutes. So I think a demand more and I am now going to go attacking. There's no jeopardy on the game. We've won the league already, but I just don't want to lose this. I want to go out in style. And that free kick from Morpeth only just clears the crossbar. Abdul Salem maybe won't come out for the second half. But that said, Carr isn't having a great time. Neither is Pert. And Burns is playing appallingly. So I think Burns is going to be one that's definitely coming off. And I think it actually makes sense to take the 2 yellow-carded players off at half-time. Far from pleased with that. So Abdul Salem off for Coletta. And Burns for Lomax Jones. And that will do. We'll go out for the second half. We've only got one more sub remaining. So we're not going to use it until we absolutely need to. I am going to demand more again. In the hope we can get a goal to at least give us the lead. But it's Jacklin over the free kick from Morpeth. In a very dangerous position. He's hit it straight into the wall. Steele finds the back of the net and Rowan Steele has made it Bury 0, Morpeth Town 1. That was not in the script at all. Berate the lads for that. And now I think we've got to take Carr off. But we don't really have the option to do it. We've got 2 left backs on the bench. So Fisher is playing appallingly. And we'll bring on Dwyer. As that's cleared away and Morpeth are looking the more likely to score the second goal of the game, which is not the position we thought we'd be in. So I'm going to fire the lads up. 15 minutes to go, and we are still showing absolutely nothing going forward. Steals to Wanwell, Butler back to the keeper, Thompson, and that's intercepted, and somehow we've put it wide. Poulter missing an absolute sitter. Pertz had a shocker on the right wing, and in fact the whole team has been below par today, and that shows in the result. But Dwyer with the corner, header away, Coletta into the box, but Thompson gathers under almost no pressure at all, and it does look as though we're going to go down to a defeat in our final home match of the season. Agyemang to Carr, given away, Butler to Bilardo, back to Steele, Kopak into Steels, crossed in, and the header from Balata goes just wide, and the highlight comes to an end. And we're into stoppage time, still trailing by a 0-0. And that is going to be how it finishes. Bury 0, Morpeth Town 1. I'll be back with the second match of today's episode in just a moment. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode and our final match in the league of the season. Away to Darlington. Team that's going to go there and try and win it is Dawson in goal. Back four, Fisher, McGee, Coletta and White. McMahon Brown behind Carr and Davis in midfield. McFadden and Burns on the wings. And Poulter up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant wants me to emphasise the media credit. Given that we haven't won either of our last two games, I am going to say we're the favourites and I want us to play like it. So we'll do that with pumped fists, and let's get out there and see if we can end the league season on a high. So as always, first 10 minutes, we'll just see how things go. It is Jordison with the throw in. It's played back to him. Lindley, cross comes in, and Bashir heads just wide for Darlington. So they've had the first opportunity, and now we've got a free kick, and it is Burns over it. Burns goes for goal. He's hit the woodwork. It's cleared away. Carr chases back and retrieves. McMahon Brown over the top, headed away. And into our half again. McGee with it, but the highlight comes to an end. Now White with a throw in to Davis, back to Coletta. All the way back to the keeper. Dawson out of his area. Finds McGee. McGee into Carr, who's turned, finds Fisher, who keeps it in just. Fisher to Carr, back to McMahon Brown, and it's cleared away and up to the halfway line, but McGee is in to win it. McFadden to Carr, switch to the right for Burns, who plays it infield for Davis. Davis goes for the spectacular, and he's only just off target, and the highlight comes to an end. I'm going to demand more as Bashir finds Lindley. Walker holds it up. Walker shot. In fact, it's more of a cross to Gardner. Cleared away by Burns, and the highlight comes to an end. And now we need to have a look and see where we could possibly improve things. Fisher is an obvious candidate. He's playing poorly and on a yellow card. As Davis plays it forward for McFadden into Poulter, who's in the penalty area, pulls it back to McFadden, and the shot cannons off the crossbar and out for a throw in to Darlington. Highlight comes to an end. Fisher now with the throw in for us, gets it back. Fisher to McMahon Brown on to White. White crosses it in, And Harrison Poulter gets his 18th goal of the season to make it Darlington 0, Bury 1. So we've got the lead. Can we now build on that? Middlemass kicks off, finds Sadiq to Rowe. Rowe out to the right-hand side for Bashir. Bashir gets to the byline, crosses it in. Keeper Dawson comes out and grabs hold of it. And he's out to the edge of his area, bowls it out for Coletta. Forward to Davis, on to White. Infield for Davis. Plays it into Carr. Back to McMahon-Brown. Out to McFadden on the right. The cross spilt by the keeper. And Sam Burns is there to nod in, astonishingly, his 39th goal of the season to make it Darlington 0, Bury 2. 33 minutes gone. And we've got breathing space. Sadiq to Shaka. Middlemass plays it forward, but Fisher is in the way. Dawson to McMahon-Brown. McGee, and it's worked by Carr to McMahon-Brown. Davis gives it away, and our opponents can break. Walker's ball over the top. Middlemass's cross, and Gardner hits the crossbar, and we get it clear. Highlight comes to an end. So far, so good, but can we improve? And if so, where? I'm honestly not overly enthusiastic at the moment about doing any half-time changes, given that we're playing well, we're winning, and McMahon-Brown now finds Carr into Burns. Burns crosses it, and Harrison Poulter has got his 19th goal of the season. Darlington 0, Bury 3. And surely now we're going to round the season off in the league with a win and give ourselves the perfect platform to take into the cup final. There is the halftime whistle. So yeah, happy with that. And honestly, I think I'm going to take the 2 yellow carded players off to protect them. So Ishmael can come on at left back. Aguiman can come on in midfield. And we'll save our remaining sub for as long as we possibly can. But obviously I don't want to risk any of the key players for the cup final in around about a week's time. Darlington haven't even had a shot on target yet. We've had 8 and the next year of almost 3. McFadden, looking for options, is dispossessed but wins it back. Pulls it back to Aguiman. Aguiman's cross is headed onto the crossbar and then into the arms of Lewis Ridd in the Darlington goal. Highlight comes to an end. And we've started the second half exactly the way we finished the first. Our XG is now well over 3. McFadden with a corner. Headed away. McGee picks it up. McFadden drives forward. And Harrison Poulter takes his season's tally to 20 and completes his hat-trick in the process. Darlington 0, Bury 4. So we're absolutely running riot and absolutely deserving of it too. And I think my final change is either going to be Davis or White. Depending on what we've got on the bench. And I think it probably makes more sense to take White off and bring on Abdul Salem. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. White plays it back to Coletta. White again. So this is going to be his final contribution. Big diagonal switch. McMahon-Brown now to Poulter, who's dropped very deep. Finds Coletta. It's given away. Bashir into Walker. It's played back and Mabassa is run off it by Poulter, who can't beat the keeper, but we will get the corner. The sub's been made. And now McGee with the outswinging corner into the near post, header away. Davis back to Agyemang, and the highlight comes to an end. We've got around about 10 minutes to go. Leading 4-0. There's absolutely no jeopardy on the game. The only thing we want to do is avoid any unnecessary injuries or suspensions. McGee to Ishmael, on to Agyemang. Over the top. Headed away. Burns will keep it in. Drives forward. Burns plays it backwards to McMahon-Brown, into Agyemang. McFadden with the shot. Hits the woodwork and goes out for a goal kick. And that might well be the final act of the match in terms of a highlight. There's just 2 minutes of added time. And there is the full-time whistle. Darlington 0, Bury 4. I'll be back to show you the league table and to tell you what's coming up on the next episode in just a moment. Okay, time to take a look at the final Northern Premier League Premier Division table of the season. And as you can see, comfortably won the league title. After 42 matches, we had 33 wins, 7 draws, just 2 defeats, 117 goals scored, just 31 conceded, a goal difference of plus 86, and 106 points, 17 clear of second placed Marine, 27 clear of Gainsborough Trinity and the rest. So an absolutely dominant performance. And now on the next episode, it is going to be the Northern Premier League Challenge Cup final. Our opponents will be Ashton United. And if you've enjoyed this one, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.